welcome back to Curb Stomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016, and today it is time for the return of the series and it is time for season 4. And as you can see on the screen, we are on the road to Heatwave, but before that we've got ECW Barely Legal just 2 weeks away, and we've got some exciting plans and storylines in place. And if you're excited to see the series back, make sure you hit the like button down below and let me know. And as soon as we hit 100 likes, I'll release the next episode. And just to be safe, in the time that I've not been releasing videos, I've been making them. So I've got a back catalogue. So when I did bring the series back, I can just not worry about running behind again. So yeah, as I say, if you want to see the next episode, make sure you go down, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn notifications on so you don't miss an episode. And I'm thinking of releasing the episodes every 2 days. I've been doing the same schedule on my Football Manager channel, Curb FM, and I've been releasing videos roughly every 2 days, sometimes a little bit longer. But yeah, that's got me back into the rhythm of making videos. And also make sure you keep your eye out for a new series. Well, I say new, it's my first ever TEW series that I released on YouTube on a different channel, which was recorded in 2015 on TEW 2013, and that channel is now completely privated, and I'm going to re-upload that series onto this channel. It is called NXT Generation, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that as well, and it should be pretty interesting. It's a bit rough around the edges because it was my first attempt at a series, but I think it'll be fun to watch nonetheless. But let's get into today's episode of ECW Revolt. So we start with a dark match where James Gibson takes on Spike Dudley, and it's got a pretty good rating for a dark match. We've got a 59C, and Spike Dudley has defeated James Gibson in 9 minutes 35 by pinfall with an acid drop. So this was just to test out Gibson. He's just signed and we've poached him from the WWF. If you remember a few episodes ago, there was loads of contracts coming up at WWF. This was one of them, and we've snapped him up. If you followed the early Ring of Honor, he was actually a Ring of Honor champion, and he's had a little run out in the ring, and he's got a 59, so a good sign there, and potentially a really good addition to the roster. And yeah, let's keep going. Good match from Gibson and Spike. But we open Revolt with a backstage segment where Paul Heyman is walking through the corridor, and he's approaching a team of arena security. And Heyman says, "Hey, you, I need you to keep an extra eye open tonight. And you know who CM Punk is, right?" And the security look at each other and nod. "Yeah, we do." And he says, "I hear he's going to be turning up tonight and we don't want him here. I need you to keep him out." As Heyman hands the security guards a handful of cash. "Can you do that for me?" And the security guards say, "Absolutely, sir. Leave it with us." And Heyman says, "Great. Thank you very much." And Heyman walks away with a big grin on his face. And a good promo here from Paul Heyman, 75B-. The angle got the show off to a strong start, got the crowd hotter as we go into the first match, which is Dangerous Alliance member Samoa Joe defeating Kurt Hennig in 5 minutes 15 with his Dragon Sleeper. And this is Kurt Hennig's last appearance for ECW, and yeah, now he's had his last. He's been taken out by Samoa Joe. And Joe got a 72, Kurt Hennig got a 49. They didn't click and it was an awkward bout. But it wasn't too bad of a rating with 62C. Samoa Joe is improving in performance skills. And as we go into the next match, it is Heavy Metal who is debuting tonight. And he defeated Colt Cabana in 13 minutes 35 by pinfall with a La Casita. And Colt Cabana had a 51. Heavy Metal with a good performance of 68. Colt Cabana is improving in performance skills, which is good to see, and this got a 70C+, another good match. And then not so great, Abyss defeats Austin Aries, the former Blackout member before Abyss joined and then left, and in 4 minutes 24 he defeats him by pinfall with a Blackout Slam. And Abyss got a 44, 42 for Austin Aries. I've got some big plans for Abyss, as Abyss stands in the centre of the ring as the lights go out. A familiar laugh begins to play over the speaker system. And when the lights come back on, Abyss has disappeared. So you may recognise that laugh. I'll not say any more just yet. He's not turned up. But we've got a 41D, and I think this could be the beginning of the rise of Abyss. And then we go to Goldberg, defeating Just Incredible in 3 minutes 38 by pinfall with a spear. And Goldberg got an 80, Credible got a 61. I was hoping for a little bit better than this, to be honest. No improvements to note, but the psychology behind this one, Just Incredible is an ECW fan favourite, I guess. He's been around for a while, and Goldberg just squashed him. That's major heat on Goldberg. And then, in a great match here, 73B-, Prince Devitt, the junior heavyweight champion, has defeated Brian Kendrick in 15 minutes 8 by pinfall with a surprise roll-up. Prince Devitt had a 58, Brian Kendrick had a 74, and this got a 73B-. And after the match, Prince Devitt celebrates in the ring before exiting the arena, and Brian Kendrick is left in the ring, and he sits with disappointment on his face as frustration appears to build. And then we go into the next match, which is Vampiro defeating Gangrel in 9 minutes 32 by submission with a guillotine choke. The best vampire in ECW is Vampiro. Vampiro got a 71, so good performance from him, and 39 from Gangrel. And then after the match, Angel Williams crawls into the ring with a microphone. The lights go out as the spotlight shines on Vampiro and Angel, and she says, "Abyss, Vampiro wants to play, and he wants your blood. Why don't you play next Sunday at Barely Legal in a first blood match, and he will take off your mask and then your head." So, intentions are clear. Now we've sort of establishing First Blood as Vampiro's match. I think he challenged Sting to one. I think it was Sting. So, yeah, that's sort of his thing now. And then we go into tonight's main event, where Rhino has defeated Bryan Danielson in 13 minutes 01 by pinfall with a pile driver. And Rhino has an in-ring performance of 80. Bryan Danielson had an in-ring performance of 56. And this got the crowd buzzing. And there were no improvements to note, but this has got an 80B, so fantastic between the American Dragon and the Man Beast there. And Daniel Bryan debuted a new Hope spot that got the crowd behind him. His psychology will be helped by being able to use it as a go-to spot in the future. So big improvements. I think that hopefully boosted his psychology. We can even check that after this, actually. And then immediately after Rhino gets the win, there's no time to celebrate as Samoa Joe, Danny Havoc and Goldberg rush the ring with Paul Heyman barking orders. They begin to beat down Rhino, and Bryan Danielson gets to his feet and tries to help a struggling Rhino, but Samoa Joe manages to lock in the Coquina clutch as Bryan begins to fade. But then Rhino's former friend and now bitter enemy CM Punk runs down to the ring as the crowd erupts, and CM Punk's chants echo around the arena as he manages to clothesline Danny Havoc out of the ring. Samoa Joe then sees him and lets go of Bryan and double teams Punk with the help of Goldberg. Then Rhino and Bryan get up and build a flurry of offense, rocking the two monsters, and the tables are turned as Rhino, Punk and Bryan clear house. The Dangerous Alliance begin to make their way up the ramp as they save the fight for another day. And after the Dangerous Alliance leave the arena, CM Punk, Rhino and Bryan Danielson are left in the ring. CM Punk offers a handshake to Bryan Danielson, who accepts. Then Punk offers his hand to Rhino. And then Rhino looks at Punk with a blank stare as he throws up a middle finger and walks away through the crowd. It looks like Rhino still has some bad blood with CM Punk. And this got a 78B. Bryan Danielson looked lost out there. Just to note. That's fine. But this is mainly about these two, CM Punk and Rhino. And yeah, Rhino, he's not friends with Punk. Punk's tried to make amends perhaps tonight. And they've got mutual enemies, but they're not friends at this point. So, that gives us a 77B overall, increasing our popularity in 20 regions. We've got a couple of emails here, so let's quickly check that. Oh, Just Incredible's gone from ECW as well, I forgot to mention that. I've just let him go. I've renegotiated his contract to be a one-night deal, and let's just let him go out there a bit and wrestle for other companies. We don't need him right now. We've never really used him properly anyway, so we may as well. Kurt Hennig's also gone from ECW. Revolt got a 6.15. We'll see how that compares to previous weeks in a minute. WWE have just offered a written contract to Sabu. So that means to be able to keep him, probably going to have to chuck a bit of money at him. They've offered him $12,000 per month. Is it worth it? That's the question. I kind of just want to do it anyway. I can't offer him more than that though. We're going to offer him a 10-year deal. Actually, it's a bit much actually. How old is he? 37. Is it even worth it? 37 years old. He is literally like ECW. He's the guy that all kicked it off early on. For that reason, I think it's probably just worth doing it anyway. So we're going to offer him $13,000 a month. We're going to make it a 10-year deal. No, 5-year deal. Just to outdo them. They're offering him a bonus as well. So we'll give you a 20 grand bonus, mate. So that's literally a better offer than what WWF are offering. The only problem is WWE, they will come back with an improved offer. I'd accept these terms and seriously consider signing unless a better offer comes my way. So that's fine. Thanks, Sabu, mate. He should at least be loyal, isn't he? He's not loyal to ECW. Come on, man. Also, Abyss wants a pay rise. Questionable. How's his popularity these days? In the tri-states, 32, especially, and across America, it's the same. He's a mid-carder now, 32 pop. I'm just going to give him a 50%. He's annoyed at the decision. Well, also, Jushin Liger's contract's just expired. We've done well with Jushin. I do like him, but I think like he's sort of taken up another spot on the roster, so I'll just let that expire for now. Could maybe go back for him at a later date. WWF have come back with a offer for Sabu, and they're offering more than what we did. What about if we... What are they saying again? 15,950. How many years? 4 years. So we're still doing 5, so we're better in that department still. What about 17 grand? We've still got the better bonus as well. It's one of 2 offers he'd seriously consider. What about 7,500? Accept these terms seriously. We'll do 6. No. 10? We just think 10's better? No. I don't want to offer him 10 with that money though. Not like we're going to play 10 years, but you know, it's fine. Right, there we go. We're going to do 18. This could be a mistake though. He's 37. We've just tied down Naomichi Marufuji on a written deal. A great prospect for the future. Only 22 and exceptional. So yeah, he's going to be with us for the next few years on a written contract. Make sure WWF don't steal him. Oh, and by the way, the last Revolt was the best TV rating we've ever had. So that's good. And that's where we're going to end this episode for now. If you're excited for the next episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and maybe check out one of the videos that you can see on screen now. And make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more TEW 2016 content. And until next time, peace.